And we are here. Hello, everyone, and welcome to A Tale of D20s presents Magpie Madness, where five friends journey together to tell a story of mythic proportion. I am your host and GM, Tail Weaver Omar, and I am joined by a supercalifragilisticexpialidocious group of amazing creators and TTRPGers as we are in part 2 of our Root Halloween special, all for raising money for the Trevor Project. This is the month where we are seeking out donations in order to aid the Trevor Project, a nonprofit organization worldwide that aids LGBTQIA youth in crisis and suicide prevention, as well as providing resources such as shelter, clothes, and counseling. So, how can you give? Well, I'm so glad you guys asked. You can do that by going to give.thetrevorproject.org/Magpie Madness. And that is not all. If you do donate in increments of $5, you get a chance to enter in getting a Magpie Games, game, courtesy of Magpie Games, such as Root or Mask or Urban Shadows. But no purchase necessary, no spending money necessary. If you're on Twitch and you're watching, you'll be earning something as you watch called our page points. 250 page points will enter you as well. And you can enter per as many times as you want as you spend those page points. Simply just click on it when you have 250, hit on the option that says Trevor Project Sweepstakes, and you'll be entered in. And then at the end of this event, we will be going through, and we have multiple, so not just one, we have multiple prizes to give away. So keep donating, keep entering in those page points for your chance to get an awesome prize. But enough about all of the rules and things. I would like to go ahead and start to introduce all of our players and everyone who's in here. But first, I'm going to go ahead and show off. I am now in my bear form, rocking not only the complete and free license Winnie the Pooh outfit so we can't get sued, and my little Winnie the Pooh shoes here. Look at that. To put a perfect cream on the top of this cake. But
Hey, get those bare feet off screen.
No more dairy jokes either.
Oh my goodness, all right. I'm still in the dairy mode from the other. Don't worry, I'm gonna just have to woodland it up. But anyway, let me go ahead and introduce all these funny characters that you're speaking to right now. Starting off with Travis. Hello, Trev.
Hello. Yes, I'm Travis, otherwise known as Zendar here, or OMG it's Travi on the webs, and I'm super excited to finish tonight's game. And I am repping. Where's my bunny pin? Here's my bunny pin. I'm repping my Gloam. This bunny pin's a little cutesy for him. He's a little darker, but yep, excited to be here.
Awesome. Excited to have you. And then up next, he was here yesterday as our GM. He's back again as your favorite prince of the forest. Say hello to Jeff.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jeff, he, him. I'll be playing Reed again, and I'm very excited to have our thrilling conclusion of this this dramatic twist and turn that we've developed with Bartholomew and Igora. So excited to see where this takes us.
Yes. And then you know her from Mercury Dice, as well as all of our other events, a constant face that has been on the channel and lovely friend to have. Say hello to Erica. Hi, Erica.
Hey, just like Tailweaver said, I am Erica. I am the dice maker behind Mercury Dice, and very excited to be back as my little roly-poly self.
Oh, lovely to have you back again. And then last but certainly not least, constant face here as well. You saw him yesterday as he played my rival, as well as all of the other amazing shows that we've had in the past that included LM. Please give a warm shout out to Luis Miguel.
Hello, everyone. My name is Luis Miguel. Thank you for that warm welcome, Omar, also known as LM. My pronouns are he, him. And I'm excited to be back to play Ali, the raconteur. He is a flashy, romantic vagabond that is more interested in just spinning tales of the forest and woodlands and singing songs than anything else. So he's here for a good time, not a long time.
Awesome. And well, we'll see how long you all do last, as we are going to dive right in as we last left off with you discovering a dark secret, a dark monstrosity known as the pumpkin that has risen after about 100+ years, who's come for a tithe, some sort of payment of generosity. What does that mean exactly? Well, the vagabonds haven't quite figured that out, but they have figured out that one of their own may have been involved. Seems that murder, conspiracy, and necromancy is there, but at least one of our glades, one of our clearings has been saved for now, but the mystic mist continues to go across the woodlands. Let's see if they're able to put a stop to it and put a stop to the factions who wish to use this fear and confusion for their own profit. We'll find out shortly. In tonight's episode of Root, the Halloween Special Part 2. Cue the intro. All right, and we are back. So, my mighty vagabonds, our story continues. You are currently leaving Candle Glade after a wild night. They were celebrating the Harvest Festival when the mayor had reached out to all of you in an attempt to get aid. It seemed that the pumpkin, a dark and ancient force, was spiriting away the denizens who live here in this peaceful glade. After doing some investigations and discovering some machinations from the cats over at the marquisette, you came face to face with the pumpkin themselves, this demonic spirit who used the fog as a source of a portent of their arrival. But Igora, our champion, had a secret. It seemed that she had raised someone named Bartholomew from the dead, and it is due to this imbalance that the pumpkin, who Bartholomew is now controlling, has risen. Not only that, Bartholomew seemed to be a retainer or a famous vagabond of our Prince's Reed family. And with emotions spewing out in confusion, you witness firsthand what Bartholomew and this pumpkin can do as it dispatched of one of the denizens here at Candle Glade. But you were at least able to capture the two marquissettes who were just trying to use this for their own personal gain, got some prestige with the denizens and the mayor, and felt that, at least for now, Candleglade is safe. But the fog continues on, and now you have a personal score in this game. So, I am going to go ahead and open up the map. And as you stand on the threshold this early morning, as the sun beats down from the east, shining the beautiful tree on the beautiful foliage of the autumn scenery, have to choose a direction to go into. So, as you can see here, you are at Candle Glade. Now, we heard talks about maybe going to Heartwood, which would consist of traveling in the forest, but it will be on boat. So you'll have to somehow get a boat here, and we'll see how that goes. Or you can go and travel the path and go to Briar Bridge or Badger's Gate, and or travel to the forest to get to either's location. Now, traveling through the path is a lot safer, though you may get spotted. And there's a lot of people who are out for their own personal gain here who might be upset with what you're trying to do. Or you can stay hidden amongst the trees in the forest, but it is a arduous journey. And during this time, a lot of spooky things can happen within the forest. But the choice is yours. So as you all are standing at the precipice of Candleglade's Gate, what do you wish to do next?
Well, we learned a lot of bad things today, or yesterday, and I think more questions came to us than got answered. So perhaps we head to people that have more experience than we do. I don't like the lizard people, but I think that might be our best bet. What do you all think?
I don't want to pry if this is something you're not quite ready to share, Igora. And know that you have my love and my trust and our friendship has not been affected at all. I understand why you did what you did. But how did you bring Bartholomew back? I feel like if we could retrace the events that created the pumpkin, we may be able to have a better idea of which direction to go.
Hoot hoot, I agree.
So above table. I feel like Igora probably like had done research and those types of things and did like a lot of reading, sort of like word of mouth type of stuff. Um, just thinking about like the lore Tailweaver that you have, where might be the best place to get just like lots of knowledge?
General knowledge. Well, you can get knowledge from every clearing has a library or some sort. But if you want to get, what kind of knowledge are you looking for exactly? Like on necromancy?
Yeah, like I feel like it was probably I don't know. For some reason, I'm like picturing Skyrim in my head, where it's like I went to like I don't know, a place that I rifled through all of the bookshelves.
Well, for necromancy, you would want to go, as we bring up the map very quickly, to Heartwood, where the lizard cult is located. Another great place to go would be the Grand Duchy. That's all the way at, it will be all the way at the Scarlet's Hollow. Also, a place that you may recognize, Agora. So I would say those two places will be the most knowledgeable, but you can look things up generally in any clearing that you go to.
Okay, then I know that there are a lot of places that would have had information that I needed, and I know everyone turns to the lizard cult, but I can't with them too much. So I tried to get some information from the Grand Duchy. But
Well,
they're both sort of
Reed
close.
Well, if Grand Duchy it is, Reed pulls out the map and is looking at it. I suppose we could travel by the river, or we could make a stop at Badger's Gate along the way. Any preferences?
I prefer a path that's along ground and water, but that's just my opinion.
I would concur with Ollie. Water is not preferable, but doable.
I would hate to get my prized possession wet. I would loathe such a thing.
So,
Which prized possession is that?
Oh, you would all know. It's that harp thing that he whips out of his cloak to play for people when he wants to soothe people. The same thing he played last time to get everyone to clear an exhaustion.
I see. Now you take very well care of that harp. I can sympathize with that.
Thank you, thank you.
I don't want to be a total know-it-all, because I don't, but
You are.
But I am, and I have this, and I pull
Here
out.
we go again.
I pull out like a rather thick and like a sort of encyclopedia, and in here I have captured notes mindlessly for many elders, and also things I found interesting, and perhaps there is something that can point us in the right direction. If we more clearly want to do something. And above board. What I'm saying is I have the ability to study tomes and scrolls to solve intricate problems. And this intricate problem could potentially be finding the source of necromancy or something else. And so maybe this book will point us to where we could find a more direct lead instead of just going to the Scarlet Hollow. But I am from the Scarlet Hollow and also have some rapport with them, so we might be able to learn something more. But we could dive deeper if we're interested. As Gloam like waggles like a book, like he's excited in front of the group. But who wants to research?
So I guess if there's a way to like help with that action or ability in terms of being able to like look through your notes and sort of like be able to pick out the things that were like, oh, I remember seeing this, I remember seeing that, to like help with getting a more like narrow path and more guidance into where we should go.
I would love that. So it says, decide what we want to accomplish and tell the GM, and they will give us between 1 and 4 conditions we must fulfill to discover the path forward, including time taken, additional information, mentors, or translators. So I'll be like, sure, here's a few journals and other notebooks. There's something in here that absolutely will point us more pointedly to what we need. And maybe you'll have helped reduce one of those conditions.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Oh no, does Reed got his tongue?
You can have it back.
Yep. Thank you so much, Reed. I like lost it there. Anyway, yes. So, your ability it doesn't require a roll, does it?
It does not.
Okay, so in terms of helping, there's no need because you won't be adding a 1 or 2. But what I would say is, because you are, I would say, yes, you know what? If you mark an exhaustion, I will lessen one of the conditions that I would have, Igora, if that's what you would like.
That is what I would like. Would this be through helping others at my own expense align with my principles drive?
You know what? Yes. We'll give you that drive. It's the last session, yeah. Just get them drives in there.
Yeah.
But I have to hear how you are helping and aiding Gloam in researching what was the question exactly that you were researching, Gloam?
The origin of necromancy.
And what?
And those who currently keep knowledge of it.
Okay, all right. I would say what it will cost you. It will cost. You're still in the town proper. You're there. The town itself extends beyond. You're getting right out to like the outer outskirts. What it will cost you normally would be a depletion, some money to loosen tongues as you ask questions around and try to get some information from the nearby shops and the local vendors who are wheeling around just on the outside, traveling between the clearing to clearing, as well as will take you time to gather this, which could mean another clearing that you go to could be under the thumb of the pumpkin. Because you're using that exhaustion, I would say you can either get it faster, thereby not wasting an entire day to gather this information, or you could not spend any of your depletion in order to get this information. And since you don't need to bribe or use any of your items to get this information from a vendor, your choice. So time or money?
I think we would want to spend the money and save the time. So I will mark a depletion or exhaustion. No, you said depletion. I'll mark a depletion.
I'm exhausted.
Yes. Okay. So, as you're leaving Candle Glade, and you see that there are still some traveling vendors who are making their way, one strange, what looks to be an odd otter of oddities that they're selling, catches your eye. The otter themselves looks to be have skull earrings, as well as a strange, almost crypt-like, or I should say, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm just not going to think because I'm going to butcher it, but very underworld-like demeanor to them. Their cart is full of candles and strange effigies as he pops up from the interior and says, "Oh, welcome. Are you here to purchase any of my festive and ritualistic items?"
Oh, absolutely, but no hocus pocus. I'm here for the real stuff. I think this, and I point to the leather-bound book with the skull on it.
Ooh, this has ancient and dark secrets of necromancy within them. I could part with this, but it will cost you 3 shells and an acorn.
You drive a hard bargain, sir. Can I whittle you down to 2 shells and a few seeds?
Oh, 'tis the season, I guess.
Sunflower seeds?
Well, I love a good sunflower seed. Fine. Thank you. And as you mark your depletion, he hands over this Necronomicon-like item over to you.
Would you happen, and you said he's an otter. Do I see anything in this like stall or stand that represents the faction that he like supports? Maybe even sort of secretly, like tucked away like in his jacket, or there's a crest on a vest that he has folded, on the seat behind him, or something like that. Or is it all neutral, denizens-y?
I would say York, with what he has and with all the very dark and magic, you can assume that he might be a follower or a follower or like an ally of the cult of the lizards. The dragon cult, the lizard specifically.
I would like to ask him. I might have one more shell in it for you for the right information, sir.
Oh.
And I look around to see if anyone is close enough to like overhear, and I'll wait a moment until people sort of pass, and I'll say, I've heard some pretty audacious things about the Pump King. And I know someone who has seen them recently.
Do tell.
Credible.
You've caught my attention.
And I'll like take this shell and I'll sort of flip it, like hold it in my hand like a $20 bill.
Oh.
And what's going on with the Pump King and the lizards? We know that they like to dabble. Just being honest here, one historian to another, as I sort of like gesture to my books and scrolls. And I like lift up my like satchel to show like even more journals to like give cred.
Roll with charm as you're attempting to persuade this NPC.
Oh no, I'm bad with charm.
Yet you're trying to charm and get items.
Can I make him mad and make it tense? Okay, here we go.
Wait, can I? Oh, I was gonna say, can I help?
You can, after seeing the roll, you can go ahead and help. So
Okay.
that way you don't have to.
So that's an 8 minus 1, 7.
So helping would just only raise it to 1 because.
Okay.
All right. So on a 7 to 9, they aren't sure. They hesitate for a moment. Mark another depletion if you wish to loosen their lips.
Okay. I'll put the shell down, and I'll also scooch over a few more sunflower seeds, and then I'll also get a little bit closer. And I'll look around and I'll say, look, I'm just here to set the record straight. I need to know what's going on. What's happening in your neck of the woods?
He grabs the seeds with his small paws and places them underneath one of the counter that he's sitting behind. Well, and he gets closer. I do have some knowledge when it comes to this pumpkin and the cult of the lizards. It seems that they may be relishing in his return. Well, I don't have it. I have it on good authority. They have not caused him to rise, but they are feeding him. I hear that the pumpkin requests tithes of generosity. So, they are concocting a sort of prestidigitation to cause more of the factions to be at war, a confundum, if you will. By doing this, it breaks the ancient pact of a century ago. And the more the factions are at war, the more powerful the pumpkin will get. But it's strange, though. The pumpkin never works on its own accord. Something or someone must be controlling, and I don't believe it is the lizard cult, although they're benefiting from it.
You have been mighty helpful, good sir. I appreciate your oddities, as today you have greatly benefited me. Well, that would be all. I should get back to my companions.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate your earnesty, and therefore I will not steal from you.
What?
I'm just kidding. We have to have a little humor in these dark times.
And
And I'll hold my hands up. I put
Reach
the
check
shells
all
on the
his stuff.
table. I put the
Mhm.
shells on the table.
Okay, it all seems accounted for.
I like
Be
to
careful out
picture that you actually have something in your ears. They're just like,
Great, right? I will say, if his answers weren't juicy, which they were, I totally have the pickpocket feat, and I would have stolen that money right back. But those were, I think, worth it. So I'll happily mark that depletion.
No. Okay. All right.
I'll go back to the team and relay that information and say, I found this lizard cult vendor and this book on the history, and you wouldn't believe how easy it is to get them to just blab about what's happening. And I reiterate everything that's happened. And so he doesn't think that they're actually running the pumpkin, but they're definitely benefiting. The plot thickens.
And they're feeding it. That's not good.
Mm-mm.
maybe that's why Bartholomew is the way that he is. Maybe the lizard cult has done something extra. And that's why it was hard to reach him.
Maybe if they're feeding the Pumpkin King, maybe they're sustaining it. And if we could stop them from feeding it, we may be able to weaken it at least. If anything, though, it sounds like they know quite a bit about it.
They do.
Probably how to banish it.
I don't think they're in control of it. It doesn't sound like that. It sounds like it's something else. We could go there to get and probe them for more information, but I think ultimately we're going to still have to go somewhere else. Someone else is behind it. Well, sorry, Igor. We know Bartholomew's behind it. In some capacity. Do we know where he went, actually? Where's he going? We just sort of ran away from him.
About that, GM above the table. I gave Bartholomew that compass.
Mm-hmm.
Do I know if it, like, has a tendency to, like, point in any certain direction?
I would say north.
Okay.
Well, unless it's a mystic magical compass.
No, I mean that's totally fine. I mean, if he was following the compass I gave him, he'd be heading north. For whatever that's worth. I don't know how much he's checking his directions at the moment, given his current state. Probably not high on his priority list.
Do you know how compasses work, Reed?
Of course I know how they work. I traveled with some of the greatest vagabonds in this woodland's history. We had to rough it out in the woods and find our way to clearings uncharted. You just follow where the point of the arrow goes, and you go that way.
And it always knows where to go?
That's the point of it. Why else would you have a compass if it didn't know where to go? You sound stupid.
I'm writing this down.
I would like to lean
and
over.
He said, "You sound stupid," and I quote.
I would like to lean over to Gloam and just be like, he was getting into a lot of catnip when we were talking about how to use a compass last time.
Let's leave the navigating to you or Ollie.
Yeah.
Okay. So where are we going, gang?
So I would say this. If you read, go ahead and you can roll a figure someone out just from the what you know about Bartholomew. Now he's gotten that compass. Maybe things he might want to go, place where to go. Try to figure him out with what you know, if you want to.
Yes, I would love to. So that's a 9 on the dice, and that's charm, which I have a -1, so 8.
An 8. Okay.
So I get to pick one from that list.
Mm-hmm. So what questions would you like?
I mean, the big question. I mean, you're saying that this is just to ask the question where they're going? Correct?
Yeah, if you
Okay.
You're asking me the gem, and you'll and then I'll give you the answer, and then in the fiction you'll reason how you're figuring this out on your own.
Okay. Yeah, then that's what I would like to ascertain.
Okay, where are they going? So, or what does he intend to do? You think back. You gave him that compass, and he hasn't been back home. Home being, and I'll place it on the map. Oops. Home being up at Black Paws Dam, and that is north. He may be trying to return back to the home, well, like the stronghold of the Marquisette. So, if any place, where he would go next, most likely would be Briar Bridge.
It's just a hunch. It's just a hunch. But if I know Bartholomew, they would head up to Briar's Bridge. They might be heading all the way up to Black Paw's Dam, and Briar's Bridge would be the next stop.
I mean, that is where we thought we needed to go. Ollie's wings won't get wet.
It's more about my harp.
Oh, your harp. I'm sorry, I forget. Either way, that still gets us closer if we do need to go to the
Heartwood.
Hardwood. Thank you.
I'm just like lizards.
Lizard land. Lizard land.
Welcome to Lizard World.
I think if we go to Briarbridge, that makes the most sense because then we could potentially pivot to Heartwood or Blackpaw Dam, depending on more. Now that we know that we think Reed's, because of his compass that always points north in the right direction, will always take us home. And in this instance, he's right.
You all laughed.
The compass will guide
The compass
you
of
home.
truth. Right? Let us embark, brethren.
All
Hastily, not another moment to waste.
So it sounds like the goal is to go to not even I'm forgetting the name of it. Thank you. Briar Bridge. The goal is to go to Briar Bridge. So, with that being said, then, how would you like to travel? There are two modes of travel that you can do en route. You can travel through the forest, or you could travel along a path. So, if you travel along a path, it's safer. You know, you're able to get, that's the beaded path, but you are not conspicuous. Or you are conspicuous. Yeah, you're conspicuous and will be seen and might draw the attention of others. Or you can travel through the forest, which is a lot more secret, though a lot of dangers could be there. And then, of course, one of you will have to roll, and I'll let you choose how you roll. And then, if you want to go slowly, through a forest, you will clear 2 depletion. If you get -1 to the roll, and you mark an exhaustion per member, +1 to the roll. That means you want to be careful. You mark a depletion or exhaustion per member, or you can get +2 to the roll to quickly move, and each band member marks a depletion and an exhaustion. And then, of course, through that, you'll have some repercussions if you miss or not.
So because I fulfilled my drive, I was able to get a new ability that actually helps us in this matter.
Ooh, do tell.
So I have the move of the people. When your band travels down a path at a relaxing pace, roll with +1 instead of -1. On a hit, you encounter friendly faces on the journey who offer food and assistance. Your band marks half as much depletion as normal. On a 7 to 9, the characters you meet are in a bit of trouble. They expect you to lend a hand. On a miss, a dangerous foe committed to ending your righteousness catches you and your friends unaware and unprepared.
Interesting.
High risk, high reward much?
Yeah.
I was about to say, this sounded really good until it didn't.
Yes, but
And then someone comes and ends you.
dare we remember that my whole thing is like, I put myself at danger's way.
Yes.
I mean,
Well,
I
that's
do
true.
like the thought of going at a relaxing pace. I do like that.
I mean, I like the thought of relaxing pace with the bonus too, instead of a negative.
So that is down if you're going to take a path. So I'm assuming you're choosing the beaded path instead of the forest if you wish to go at a relaxing pace.
The only thing that I don't like about either of these options is I cannot make the pun that I'm rolling down the river as a roly-poly.
Oh. We might soon get there, though.
Do we get a bonus if we go at the middle pace with your roll, or is it only if we go relaxed?
I believe it's just a relaxing
It's
pace.
just a relaxing
Just relax.
pace.
Slow and
I
steady.
mean, it's better than going at the neutral because we get the bonuses then.
Exactly.
I think we should do it because I used the depletion then.
Okay. So who's
done.
going to roll to travel along the path?
It's got to be Agora, no?
Oh,
Mhm.
Agora. Okay, yeah.
Okay, so
we all roll the same kind of die.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right,
Okay.
Agora, roll 2d6s.
2d6s. All right, y'all.
Plus
Plus one.
one.
Plus
Plus
one.
7.
Oh,
Plus one is
Plus
8?
one? Well, yes, 7 to
That's-
9.
Well, that's with the
Oh, okay.
plus
Oh.
1. I added it already.
Still,
so it's
still a
set.
still
That's
a
good.
hit.
Still a hit.
That's good.
All right, so you will reach. So you can clear 3 exhaustion and mark 2 depletion, but though add in your special ability. And on a 7 to 9, you will encounter something noteworthy, which I'll explain momentarily. But once again, can you mention what happens on a 7 to 9 with your ability?
On a 7 to 9, the characters you meet are in a bit of trouble. They expect you to lend a hand.
Got it. So let's see how that works in the fiction. So, in this early morning, after collecting your thoughts and finding out new hints and secrets, you travel along the path, making your way north to Briar Bridge. The first thing you all see as you walk are the remnants of what look to be some sort of, it almost looks like a battle or a storm. It's unsure. There are broken caravans. You can see that there's wood sprawled all around the ground. To your left, you can see the plain stretches out, but the grass looks like it's been scorched and plowed in a sense, though not naturally, until you see crying next to broken pieces of a large caravan are 5 what's a nice little raccoons, a family of raccoons.
Or possums.
Raccoons / possums, yes. The 2 children are crying while there are 3 adults who are bickering back and forth, and you can hear them yelling, spouting out blame, and it is a chaotic scene. What do you do?
Ooh, can we listen in on this spat? Maybe hear what they're blaming each other for exactly?
Sure. You listen in as it's not, they don't seem to take any notice, and you go, I told you we should have stopped at Candleglade, but no, you wanted to continue and make it to Briar Bridge, and now look at us. We barely made it out with our lives out of that fog. It appeared, and this is all your fault. While this was like an older possum yelling at a younger one, who seems to be probably like the patriarch of the family, says, or as he goes, Father, I needed to make sure that we were safe. I wanted to. You heard about the rumors that was happening in Candleglade. I didn't know, like, this can't be my fault. Dear, it's fine. Father, please don't yell at him. No, no, look here. Look at the children. We barely made it out. What could have happened to that poor cat could have happened to us. Oh, may the great possum in the sky rest his poor soul.
And their wagon, is it you said it's like disheveled at the moment, like disabled?
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Do you point that out, Reed?
Yes, absolutely.
I will say, well, I mean, I'm not an engineer, but I do have a little bit of experience tinkering. And I have the weapon skill improvise. And I know it's like for improvised weapons, but maybe we can bend that a little bit and say maybe we could fashion them up a new wheel or something.
Do you approach them, or are you just saying this to the group, to your band?
I'll say this to the group and then say, or I don't know, Ollie, do you want to serenade them? You love to sing about.
I look these individuals over. And did you say that this is on the path?
Mm-hmm.
Are any of these... I don't want to make another roll while we're still resolving a roll. So I guess Ollie would kind of like just nod. But he usually likes to perform for a crowd, to be completely honest. He doesn't mind doing like a little show, but to be fair, in that last house, there were like 30 bunnies in there. So that's the reason why he pulled out his harp. So you asked him to go serenade, but he's like, ooh, I'm not really feeling for a live one-on-one performance right now. I could try and see what's going on with them, but he doesn't like to just whip out his harp for just anybody. So he kind of like will sidle up beside them, maybe like up behind, and we'll try and listen in on them. I think in that moment, he would probably try and get a whisper, try to get an understanding of what they're talking about. Are they talking out loud enough for an owl to be able to hear in? He's got excellent hearing.
They're arguing about the fog from the pumpkin and that they almost got caught in it.
Mm-hmm.
How recently, though, I guess is my question. Was like something just happened
This was last night. Yeah.
Yeah.
last night?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They were traveling through, and they almost stopped at Candleglade, but they thought they would make it all the way to Briar Bridge.
Okay. Then I think that upon saddling up them, Ollie would try and persuade one of them with would like to persuade them in saying, so you say a fog caught you unawares by Candleglade? Ooh. Now, there are many things that I'm hearing that this time of year, someone known as the Pumpkin comes out. If you give me some information, I might even create a song out of it, make you its very own heroic lead.
Go ahead and roll with charm.
All right, that's gonna be with charm. That's my +3. That's a 5 and a 4. It's a 9 +3. This is 12. On a 10 plus, they see things your way, provided you have given them a strong motive or reasonable bribe.
And you're basically saying that. So you're saying you'll turn their story into an epic.
I will weave their tales into an epic story, maybe even a song. If they can give me something that's, worthy of such a thing. I guess I'm trying to ask them, I'm prying for like really, really intimate details. Something they probably would want to keep secret from someone they just met.
Got it. What are you? they are so they're possums, and they are startled as you pop up. And they're like, oh no, it's another one, and they just fall back dead, pretending to die. And then once they hear you talking, they get back up. And go, oh, sorry. The elder gentleman says, we just went through a harrowing event. You a story? They have you. Well. I don't like to talk to strangers, but someone needs to tell what happened. Father, please. No, he is right.
I'm that one.
So you mentioned the pumpkin. I knew it. I told you all. I have been alive for 15 years, and I know exactly all of the legends, and I remember this one, the legend of the pumpkin. It meets everything like what he says. He brought with him an army of dark demons, creatures that tore apart half of this walkway, the savannah. We saw other caravans traveling, destroyed by them, taken away. So many. We pretended to be dead, as possums do so well, and they passed over us, but they destroyed our caravan in the process. But he did drop this. And you see the elder possum go and pick up something from the side of the broken caravan, and it looks to be some sort of it looks like a reed, but there are holes in it, showing it's some sort of woodwind-like pipe. I'm not sure. This was dropped. It's pretty intricate. It doesn't grow around these rivers down here. Maybe somewhere up north. And I swear it was a marquisette, but it looked worse for where that dropped it. I don't know what it means, but maybe this could be some sort of hint or something that could put a stop to whatever it is. You're vagabonds. You all look like the adventuring sort. You have to put a stop of this. If the pumpkin has arrived, then all of the woodlands are in danger.
Is this above table? Is this a denizen?
Yes.
I have a +1. I have a +1 reputation with the denizen. And I think that a +1 is me and my fellow Glome are considered respected. We are treated with politeness and valued by members of the faction. So I think that upon me kind of like pulling back the cloak and then getting a good look at my face, I take out my harp, my signature musical instrument, and they're gonna get an idea of who I am. You would have heard about me traveling around. So my reputation precedes me, but back in character I go like, oh, do not worry. It is I pull back the cloak. Ollie, the owl. And with my good friend, Glome, Reed, and Agora. Give this here. My big old feather comes out. They put the little thing in my hand and take it back. And I'm like, we will do right by all of you. Don't you worry. We don't forget the little guys.
And then the kids immediately stop crying. Is that...
Oh.
It's Ollie. It's the owl.
It is I.
Oh, he did the hoot. He did it. And the mother possum walks up. Thank you, Ollie. Thank you for putting a smile on their faces for now. I don't believe in such fairy tales like my father does, but if what he says is true, then I think you and your friends, as prestigious as you are to us little folk, us denizens, I hope you can help, because something came here. I don't know what it was, but it was like a hurricane. There were more traveling caravans, and I don't know where they went. I can't explain it. But it was heading
Interesting.
north. It was heading toward Briar's Bridge.
You are absolutely right, and we would love to help you and your family. And I'm speaking to the mother at this time. And I'll kind of like shift to the side so that the conversation's a little to the side of the children, so they're not as involved in it, or a little quieter to them. And I'll go, we actually did see the pumpkin firsthand. So you and your family are in real danger. If you're inside a house, you seem to be safe. We can help you get to the next clearing.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I thought we were stuck here. You hear that, Papa? Yes, Mama. Please.
Luckily, we have Gloam with us, who is an expert carpenter and engineer extraordinaire.
Oh.
As I hear my name, I will turn around and you can see me like writing in my notebook. And your name is, as I'm speaking to one of the kids, and you were lost and you saw. First-hand accounts are very important. Oh, yes. I can take a look at the wagon. I have cobbled together quite a few inventions in my day. And I will use my abilities to try and fix this wagon.
Sure. If you want to go ahead and attempt to fix the wagon, you certainly can, unless you have a specific move you want to do. Let's see. I would say, it's not a roguish feat exactly, because you're not doing anything such as high picking a lock. I would say this probably will be on a trust fate.
All right. So that is with a luck, and I have a +1. Sure thing. I'm going to go over here and take a look at the other side of your cart and mind your business if you hear any dirty words. And I will walk around and see what is in store.
Ollie, maybe you should play a little louder.
Oh, yes.
Maybe a little louder.
So that is a 9, and then +1 is 10. 9 on the dice +1.
Wow. So you gain a fleeting opportunity. So you describe how you are quickly and very precisely repairing, or like how are you aiding the caravan?
Sure. So what really broke wasn't the wheel itself. It was in the sort of like axle. There was like a gear that got ground. And I have actually the disabled device, which allows me to undo mechanisms. So I was able to sort of like unhook the mechanism, and then in my like bag of junk, I had a similar cog-like thing that I was able to like yam and like retrofit in. So it's like the right size, but maybe the wrong proportion. So, one wheel like donks a little bit, but it's enough to like get it to the next clearing, or at least, it would say like it's a spare tire, and that might take me, a little bit of time, but I also have the improvise skill, so I'm good at sort of piecing things randomly together.
And I'll let you know your fleeting opportunity in one moment, but you repair it as to much to the delight of the possum family. And the posse of possums smile at your intricacy, and the grandfather goes, "Why, young man, thank you so much. Thank you. I don't know where we'd have been without you all. You have done us a great service. Now we can get out of here. If we were stuck out any longer and nightfall were to come, who knows what would have happened. And my old bones can't quite travel like it used to.
We know what would have happened. It would have been bad.
Well then, if you need us for anything, our home...
Can you just say the word so I have it? We're your heroes. We're your heroes. Say it.
You're our heroes?
Oh, there, they said it, so I can record it down. We're our heroes. So our group name, To Be Determined, has been thanked by this group and will go down in the books. Thank you. But it is all done, and I will sort of dust the dirt and grease off of my fingers and onto like their clothes or whatever is hanging off of the cart, and pick up my satchel and supply, and get back dressed and ready to travel again.
Sure. And they travel with you as the it looks like the father picks it up, and because they don't have beasts of burden, so that'll be weird. They pick up the possums pick up the cart and are wheeling it at a pace with you, and you're assisting as well as your Necronomicon begins to hum in your backpack pocket or whatever you placed it. You can feel it vibrating within. Do you pull it out?
Oh yeah, I'll feel my bag sort of like vibrating, and I'll be like, "Oh, what's this?" And I'll like look at it and see that it's glowing, and I'm gonna run around to the back of the cart, whomever's the strongest, and I'll be like, "No need to stop, just continue." And I'm gonna hop on and sit, so I can pull out the book.
Okay. As you pass by, you can feel almost like a echo, if you will, of the events that transpired the night before. And the Necronomicon on this one page, the words, a spell of some sort, begins to shift, twist, and turn, and begin to form what looks to be some new information. And as you begin to read, it looks like it's almost like a Ouija board speaking to you. On the night of the full moon, the tithe must be repaid in blood or in heart. The devil will have its due, or chaos will reign the woodlands. On the night of the next full moon, well, no, it's me, but so on the night of the next full moon, a tithe must be paid in blood or in heart, or the devil will have his due, or else chaos will reign the woodlands.
I would like to say that as I'm sort of reading this, I sort of like go into like a I'm trying to think of like an example from a movie, like a trance, and then the night of the full moon, the tithe must be paid. And so like everyone around me sort of like is like, what the fuck is he doing? And then like maybe my group sort of picks up and hears like what I've said in case the message disappears or goes away, but I'll say it.
Are you thinking like Cate Blanchett, Lord of the Rings?
Yes!
I will be Queen Terrible!
That's what I'm picturing.
Yes, it will be paid in blood or heart. The devil will have its due. Chaos will reign the woodlands.
And then you have to do that at the end. There we go.
No, not the
During this possession, can Reed like make a move to close the door or close the book?
Yeah, you want to? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll slam the book shut and hopefully stop the episode that was happening there. And Reed will say, Gloam, you really need to stop reading.
What are you talking about?
Did you not feel that?
We just got on the road 20 minutes ago, and it wiped the last hour away from him. He forgot walking, forgot everything. He's as if he just woke up from a nap.
Reed will take the Necronomicon and open it, and the tide must be paid, for the devil will have its due. In blood or heart or chaos will reign.
Yes, anyone touching the book, open it, will get the same possessed message.
I will grab it from him back and stuff it away and be like, I see now. Got it. Okay.
What do you see? What? What are you talking about?
I also did what you just did. You touched the book. The evil book? The evil book?
No, I stay away from those. No,
This one.
not for me.
And I'll hold it up and open it. You read the words.
So as the band all
It's all coming back to me. The night of the full moon, the tide must be paid.
as the band all reads this, and you all go, those of you who happen to see and go through your Lady Galadriel moment. You can see a close coming up the Briar Bridge entryway. But just to recap, or just one more time, Agora. So normally you would mark at this point to depletion collectively. I just want to make sure. Did yours said that you don't have to?
Half as much as normal.
One depletion everyone must mark then, please.
I thought because we're going slow, we get depletion back.
No, that's exhaustion.
Oh, fuck. Can I mark exhaustion instead?
No. You were you weren't exhausted. You were in the back of a cart carried by an opossum.
You're right.
I sort of like to imagine that by the end of this trip, everybody in this group has forgotten the entire trip after reading the book.
The little kid possums are like, my turn.
The parents are like, it's great. Puts them out for at least an hour.
We all get to the town and we're like, why are we here?
All right. So, welcome to Briar Ridge. The road narrows to a shelf of earth above what looks to be a dark ravine. Ahead, a covered bridge hunches between two stone abutments. Old timber ribs, new patchwork planks, and lantern hooks along the eaves. Vines crawl the railing and trail down into the gorge like green ropes. And beneath, water murmurs and echoes. You can see off in the distance from the large river that encompasses this woodland, a small island, which you can assume is as we all coined, a lizard land. But that's not where you are. When the breeze shifts, there is a thin, breathy, almost like a giggle. Not like the laughter from the bridge back going candle glade, but more so of sprites, just invisible, that humming on the breeze. That almost puts a delight to your senses. And finally, as you cross the bridge, you can see stone posts with offerings on them. It looks like to some sort of deity, or maybe just to the spirit of the harvest itself. As you see, excuse me, a gate stretching across, leading into a small little clearing where it's not as big as Candleglade, but there are many more houses, tucked together. There are cobblestone roads that stretch across, and this looks to be more diverse. You see there are signs for the Marquisette or Marquisette only, or you see the Grand Duchy Alliance, and all other factions here. And there is a strange sense of tenseness amongst the people here. There is a statue right in the middle of the town. Looks to be a tall, it looks to be two tall statues in a fountain. Specifically, they are feline cats. And Reed, you immediately recognize them as the famed vagabonds, your father and your mother, who seem to have stopped here, or at some point this was Marquisette territory, alone, yet their statue still is here as a remembrance to when they were heroes of the woodlands. There are guards out front, but in this time of day, they don't stop anyone. You all look normal, specifically even when you're with the Possum family. The guards nod as they said that they were from here, and you are being let in with no questions asked. As you reach the town square, they stop and says, well, our home is down this way. You're welcome to stop by anytime if you need a place to stay or a hot meal. Thank you so much again. And I pray that tonight the pumpkin does not come upon our part of the Shire.
Well, we will certainly take you up on that very kind offer. Thank you. But I cannot stress this enough. Do not let your children out of the house at night.
We understand. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Wait. You, my feline friend, you look familiar. And he says, looking up at the statue, looking down at you, looking up at the statue, looking down at you. Yeah, never you mind. Have a good one. And they begin to leave.
Oh, that was a close one.
Did you just do an I Dream of Jeannie whisker flick? Oh my god, I love this.
So, sorry, and also give you 1 point, all of you, to the Denizen faction as you aided 1 prestige, please, to the Denizens.
Well, in the presence of both Ollie and I, we get additional prestige when helping the factions, because we are known faction leaders. And then additionally, I have my loved yet hated dagger of notoriety, which gives me an additional +1 when I mark prestige.
Okay, so you will be marking 3 prestige. So everyone gets double, right? So 1 to 2 for everyone, and then you get the extra one.
No, it's because Ollie's my partner.
Oh, but so only you two get double.
Yeah, and so it says whenever we fill this connection, you mark 2 prestige with the faction you helped, or 2 notoriety with the faction you harmed.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, so +1 for Reed, and +1 for Igora, and +2 for Ollie, and +3 for Gloam.
Thank you.
Your stories will be recorded in history as the family that made it. Thanks to the heroism of our kindness. The heroes of Candlekeep.
You'll be a footnote in our story.
100%, that's Gloam. He is totally just like telling it like it is.
So, as you arrive here, one thing does occur. You see what looks to be in the distance a figure that's getting bigger and bigger. Dust that is being picked up as you notice heading very fast to your location what looks to be a bird-like quadrupedal creature. Almost like an ostrich. Or actually, no, wouldn't be called ostrich. It still has 2 legs. A bipedal ostrich-like creature. I'm like, ostriches have 4 legs, right? Nope, they have 2. Ostrich-like creature making its way. It has pink and purple feathers, and it looks to be wearing a long cloak of gold and white, as with a beak of yellow that sticks out and 2 beady black eyes. And its hair is like about like 3 almost like dreadlocks that stick out and move to the side as it lands directly in front of you, dust being picked up from the sheer speed, as what looks to be a roadrunner of some sort has appeared. Oh my goodness! Oh, I haven't seen a new face arrive here in quite some time, and from what it looks like you're wearing, and I see you don't have any insignia. You must be vagabonds. Excellent! I am so excited to see vagabonds traveling here because I am in need of aid, and you must help me.
I will say sorry above table. My weapon, my pen of sorrows, is hated by the Eerie faction, and it is a signature and noticeable. So if he's part of the Eerie faction, he has disdain for me immediately. That faction loathes you.
I'm excited. My word, what is that you have upon your person? Puh!
Oh, that is Gloam. He's with us.
Gloam! What sounds disgusting coming out of my beak!
And it's not that we must help you. That's not how the vagabond thing works.
But I am of the Eyrie, the original rulers of our woodland. Of course, you are obliged to help me. Well, most of you anyway.
And then I take out my dagger pen of sorrows and I point it towards him. And I'll say, see, this is exactly why I must use this. And then I take the dagger like as if a menacing pose, and then I pull it open, and then I reveal the pen side of it. And I pull out my notebook and I start writing. And he had the audacity to demand our allegiance upon entering the town as I dictate verbally what I'm writing down. You just don't like the piece I published last season.
Oh, you're that Gloam.
None other.
Well, I must have been confused. I'm sorry. You heathens cannot aid me, is what I initially thought. I will seek someone to bring order to this clearing elsewhere.
Well, let's not be so hasty. Now that we can't help you, I kind of want to. Would this person be an important NPC that we're meeting?
Yes. Although he hasn't introduced himself yet, you get the sense from his pompous attitude and his dress and regalia that he is someone important to the Eyrie.
So would I be able to trigger the move Meet Someone Important?
Ooh, what does that move do?
So it's one of the basic reputation moves when you meet someone important for the first time, but I have a special one for being the legacy where I can mark my track and I can take a 10 plus instead of rolling.
Yeah. Okay, I like that. Okay.
Okay, so and roll. Oh, that's a different thing. So it's just a 10 plus on the move. And then
Mhm.
something happens when the track fills up. But it's got 3. So. Okay, so roll reputation. Is it with the Eerie Dynasty?
With the Eerie Dynasty, please.
Okay.
Also, mine says, well, this item is displayed. So if I see Reed trying to take over this conversation, I will sheathe my pen, put it in my holster, and then maybe like put my cloak over it to sort of not have it as visible to anger them.
And I don't know why I even rolled. My move is
Yeah, you don't
it
have-
gives me a 10
yeah.
plus. So,
Yeah, you don't have to roll.
so I get to ask both. So I've heard stories. I get to ask a question about them. I want to know, are they a good, like, mayor of this place?
Well, this person's not a mayor.
No.
This place,
you go.
but they are someone important. But if you want to know who they are, I can.
Yeah, they seem important. I want to know who they are. If I could just have that relevant information.
Sure. This is Bertram Birdwell. Bertram. Hey, listen. You for one shot, you're getting. Bertram is a what do you call those people? An envoy of the Eyrie. So the Eyrie has been pushed to this quiet little roost, as I'll display the map, all the way in the northwest. So they send these emissaries down to try to spread the good word of the original rulers of this woodland. Bertram specifically.
Bird. You got a bird. Sorry, I gave that myself.
But Bertram, so that's who he is. He is a emissary here. So if is he a good emissary? It depends. The Eyrie think he's good. Of the people, probably not. He's well hated amongst the denizens, which is apparently a faction that you seem to all have leaned into for this. Now, is he bad? Well, it's either the beholder, but he does seem to have need of vagabond aid, because obviously people who are other factions won't listen to him.
I have a question.
Oh, well, before you hop in, he has 2 questions.
Sorry, my bad.
So the other question is, they've heard something in my favor about me. Take a +1 forward when you first try to play up your connection with them in their faction.
Got it.
So yeah, I think I will kind of be like, I've heard some things about you. You're Bertram Bird, right? Yes, and you have just such a look about you, and I'll kind of position myself in front of my parents' statues. Do you at all recognize me?
Bertram kind of looks at you and sees, and then the camera pans out, and we see you're in the same stance as your heroic family. My word! Are you the child of these legendary heroes?
The one and the only.
I've heard you have gone missing. Aren't you from Blackpaw Dam?
We don't talk too much about the circumstances of which caused us to leave that area, but yes, it is I, the famous and mysterious Prince Reed.
You have been a thorn in the side of the Eyrie for quite some time, you and your family. But there is respect we have for your people. Well then, perhaps the great phoenix in the sky has ordained this meeting, and perhaps you were meant to help the Eyrie to make up for your transgressions in the past against our people. Huzzah! Perhaps you can help me
And Reed is just like, oh no, this was a mistake internally.
I'm like, do you want me to write this down?
Well then, with other company and present, I'm going to ignore turning over at Gloom. Perhaps we can speak. Do you wish to follow me to my roost away from Roost for us to discuss matters further?
Certainly. It is getting dark after all. We don't want to be caught outside when the fog rolls in.
Exactly what I need to speak to you about. And Igor, you had something you wanted to say to Gloom?
Yeah, it's slightly above table. Does Gloom feel like he has been wronged by this bird?
By this bird, probably, because I didn't write a piece about him personally. I wrote an article exposing some nasty secret of the Irie, like 8 months ago, and that's why they don't like me right now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this bird personally wronged me by being so mean.
I'm going to narratively assume that I can see this on your face.
Mm-hmm. You see me just sort of frowning, and then like as Reed gets more and more hesitant, you see like the frown get bigger and bigger and bigger.
So I'm going to come over and Gloom. It seems like some justice may need to be served.
I would agree. It seems as if there is a cuckoo in this nest.
So what?
If you catch my drift.
So tell me, what might bring you the justice that you need?
A public apology.
All right. I'm going to work on that for you.
I would really appreciate that. And maybe that might help clear the bad reputation that I have earned so unnotably, or that's not the word I'm looking for. He's trying to play it off like he undeservingly.
Cool. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
And then remember, Jim, if you would consider this potentially reading a tense situation from Agora and I's perspective, we get a +1 for reading a tense situation because we're peers and we value the in perspective of each other deeply.
Okay.
And if I help them while they attempt a roguish feat, I get to pick the better of two options. I get to choose the 2 exhaustion move when I get to only need to mark 1.
Okay. Yeah, I would consider this a tense situation. If you so choose. But are you planning to do something right now?
I want to sort of lean into Agora. Is justice swift or justice delayed today?
It depends if Reed has already walked off.
We could say that this maybe is happening as that souring of their conversation is happening.
Okay. All right, so Gloom, I have a plan. Because I know that you are very by the book.
You know it. He's immediately in when you make that pun.
So here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking if we can get some way for him to say, just like with those sweet little possums, that we would be his heroes. Could you quote that in a piece?
You know it. Absolutely. Let's follow Reed's lead then. I think he invited us back to his roost. Let's work on this.
Well, I don't know. Did he invite all of us back to the roost or just Reed?
That would be so rude of him to not include all of us. We're a party.
I mean, I don't disagree. But it seems like he has more of a inclination to be forward with Reed and not with the rest of us.
Perhaps we could stay in the guest room while Reed speaks to him in the office of his highfalutin apartment.
I mean, if his nest is made of straw, there must be like
a few rooms.
A few rooms. There must be like areas where sound just goes straight through that straw.
I mean, I mean, it's not like I'm gonna purposely hold my ear to the straw.
No. I mean, that would just be unsafe and untoward.
Absolutely.
But, you know, if somebody were to roll into some of those small spaces.
Perhaps we could, yes, find some room for you to breathe, you know? Let's go check on the hospitality situation.
I just like imagine her trying to like hook arms with you as we like skip off for our little like heist.
Yes. We're gonna, I guess let's first skip over to Ollie and be like, I'll be like, so Agora and I have a plan, but the bird hates me, so gotta play it cool. You don't know him, do you?
I mean, not every single winged fellow knows each other, but I think I do.
Well, I mean, if you could use your charm to keep him off my back, I'll try not to irritate him on purpose while we're in his house and presence.
I'll do the best that I can. Hoot hoot.
Do we hear Reed talking at this, or like finishing up that conversation, or what are they talking about now?
So at this point, you are walking up and they're still talking, and I'm gonna say Igora, you walk towards getting closer to Reed and Bertram and trip for a moment. Something hits you. You hear, oh! And as three of you look down, you notice what looks to be a beady-eyed mole popping out of the ground. He has a little miner's hat on there and white kind of skinish fur. And his eyes are squinting because the light hitting it, and he goes, "Oh, I couldn't help it over here. Oh, you!" And he's like turning and looking in the other direction. "Oh, you vagabonds! I heard you talking to that disgusting, fouled, feathered one."
Dear Lord, is it that obvious? Do we look that disheveled?
Well, you're not there, so you're still talking. This is only with the other
see.
three as you're having this conversation. But
he tap the mole on the shoulder to get him in the right direction.
Oh, sorry. My name is. Let me actually look at here. My name is Josie. I am with the Grand Duchy. And if I can, whatever that bird brain is offering you, the Grand Duchy can double it. If you don't mind doing us a little favor, if you're going to go along with his little ruse.
Do I recognize this lovely little mole friend? I have to prestige with the Grand Duchy.
Okay, no, I would say you don't recognize who this is, but you do recognize what he represents. Like from his outfit, his mole. He follows the Duchess of Mud, the leader of the Grand Duchy, as one of the royal miners that live all the way back in, as I bring up the map so we can see, all the way back at Scarlet Hollow. So he's quite a ways away from home. So not him, but you do know like his position of someone. So someone connected to the Scarlet Hollow royalty. I couldn't quite help but overhear that you are meeting with this bird brain. Perhaps you can help a real cause and to throw a wrench in the Irie's plan here in this clearing.
Oh, just a second, sir. And I'm going to turn him around.
He's like talking to him. He's still talking, but he doesn't realize that.
And I lean into Agora and Ollie, and I'll say, ooh, this really throws a wrench in the plans. I'm from the second warden of Scarlet Hollow. I know him. Well, I don't know him. I know his station, and I love the queen. The Duchess of Mud is my favorite.
Me too. May her visage always be covered.
Oh, please, and may her predators always folly. I just feel better with this mole. Ooh, do we want to go and purposely fuck the bird or go and help the mole?
Well, maybe if we help the mole, it will cause the fucking of the bird.
I mean, that does sound like two birds with one stone. No offense, Ollie.
Ollie, you would not be the other bird. I promise. I will always protect you.
You'll never be the other bird.
With this new conundrum and this new kind of path point that you can take as a new faction has reached you, we're going to take a quick break and come back with a choice. You can help out the Irie or help out the Grand Duchy, and nightfall is coming soon, so we'll find out shortly. So we'll be right back after about a 10-minute break, so stay tuned, everyone. Don't forget, you can go ahead and give to the Trevor Project, which is what we're doing this all for, at give.thetrevorproject.org/Magpie Madness. And of course, that gets you every $5 donation that you make, or increments of 5, will get you in a chance to win one of these amazing games, courtesy of Magpie Games. Or if you're watching on Twitch, turn in 250 page points and you can enter in as well. So with that, we'll find out as we conclude this story in just a few short minutes. Stay tuned, everyone. And we're back. Please excuse the sass. We're just Savage is sassing us up.
Because of how much money we raised for the Trevor Project, we're doing so good.
We are doing so good. I want to thank everyone. We're up to $375. That is fantastic. And we're only halfway through Magpie Madness. I just want to thank everyone who has donated. It's just been so much to us here at Tale D20s. Every dollar goes a long way. So just thank you very much for that. If you wish to give and have a chance to enter in for our Magpie giveaway sweepstakes, please go to give.thetrevorproject.org/Magpie Madness. So, welcome back, everyone. So let's remove the bookmark and continue our story. So, my band of vagabonds. This strange, not yet named or name-gotten mole has popped up out of the ground and given you a ulterior motive, so to speak. I'll pick us up for the last things that he said before you continue on, as Bertram is inviting you to his roost. So you have now twisted around the mole and maybe has some intrigue. He's still talking to himself, and you kind of hear him. And this is still during the conversation with Reed and Bertram. But you hear him go, "And that's all you have to do. Just simply go and plant the evidence. And what do you all wish to do?"
We heard that bird say plant the evidence.
Not the bird. This is the mole talking.
Oh.
He doesn't realize you've turned him around. He's just been talking out the plan. Sorry if their voice sounds too similar.
Got it. Yeah. We need to have a quick team powwow, so we will be right back. But we really like you.
All right.
Just stay right here. Don't move a single inch. And I sort of grab Igora and Ollie, and I sort of like team powwow, and I'm like, we need to go chat with Reed and figure out what he's learned with the bird. I don't know. I'm sort of leaning towards helping, obviously, the ones we know, but getting inside of the house of the bird could be good. I really liked our plan, Igora.
I mean, I did too. I don't know about this whole plant and the evidence bit.
He was talking to himself. I don't know what we got that out of context. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt.
Okay. I just want to make sure that we don't end up doing the opposite of what we may intend to do.
Gotcha. So I feel like we stepped just a foot or two away from the rest of them, and I'll sort of like gesture to Reed and be like, "Buddy, can you come over here? We need to chat with you."
And it should be made of limestone. No, agate. And it should be bigger than the other two. Oh, sorry, one moment.
Oh.
What is it?
Come here. We need to talk to you.
Sorry, my entourage requires an audience. You know how it is.
Well, I'm not one to dally. Here the directions to my roost. I'll wait eagerly, and I'll consider your designs. See you shortly. Do not keep me waiting.
Oh, we won't.
Zips off.
Oh, this is so nice. Glow, he even called me Your Highness once. I think this is a nice place to stay. I mean,
I thought you were trying to be incognito. And now
I was, but I forgot how good it was to be recognized.
I mean,
I know the feeling.
Well, what did he say to you? Because obviously he wasn't telling me anything.
Oh, now that you mention it, I wasn't listening all that well.
Well, then, for your knowledge, listen to me and Igora as we tell you about him. And I'll gesture to the mole that has dug its way up. And I'll say, Her Majesty, the Duchy of Dirt, of Muddom? What's her title?
May
Duchess of
her
Mud.
visage be ever covered in mud.
May her visage ever be covered in mud. An emissary has come and is requesting our aid. And he might be a little more trustworthy than, Mr. Longlegs over there.
I don't have I don't have good relations with the Duchy of Dirt. My parents had some run-ins with them in the past. I suppose we could help them, but I prefer the bird, honestly.
But Breed, the way that I came to you was through the duchy.
And something good came out of it, and for that I am very thankful. It's just their architecture. It's so dark and dirty.
But you love that. Look at you. You're always covered in mud and rolling around and telling us how much you love it.
I have never once said
like that, Gloom.
Say again?
Have you always had that accent?
Oh, no. Sorry. Igor just gets to me sometime, and it makes me feel like I'm part of her family.
I see. Hoot hoot.
I mean, you are part of my family. We've known each other
Quite
for a
some
while.
time.
But this is the voice of those underneath the dirt.
Yes.
It's very quaint.
Except for moles.
So what was it that the mole had to say then?
I mean, he's still here talking. That's the point.
So you weren't listening either?
No, the bird hates me, and he wasn't going to talk to me anyway. But the mole here said that he knows that the birds were doing bad. And I kind of like them. I'm from there. My warren is in Scarlet Hollow with the Duchess of Dirt. May ever her visage remain covered. Ollie, what's your preference? We seem to be at a stalemate here.
I've had my fair share run-ins with the Eerie Dynasty. So,
Like you
I'm down
like
to ruffle some
them?
more feathers.
Okay, so that's 3 hates for the bird, meaning we go with the duchy.
I will also say, and Ollie, this is not meant to be a slat at you, but it did take Ollie a little while to not view me as a snack. So just generally, I have hesitance with other birds.
I'm just gonna do a quick 360. Like any other birds, like licking their beaks right now.
Ali looks indignantly off to the side. I don't speak of such times.
All right, if you feel that strongly, I'm. Ollie, you were of no help, and now we are exactly tied, 2 and 2. I thought you were
Ollie
going to make
ignores
it
that entirely and goes back to fine-tuning his little heart.
I thought you were going to make it an easy 3-1.
This is why the monarchy just works. Never have this kind of problem.
Bugs are buddies, not.
Not brunch.
Bugs are besties.
There it is. Bugs are besties, not brunch.
Exactly.
I honestly, I have negative above board. I have negative rep with the cats and the birds. That's why.
We want the drama. Let's go.
Okay, let's go be the drama.
And it doubles up when we do bad things. So let's get the double negatives. Let's go.
I pull my pen out then, bitch. I'm wielding that fucking visually. If you want, no, I told him I won't stir shit until we're in the house. Right. I will keep the object of their hatred covered until we have sufficiently egressed into his home.
All right, so
Or ingressed.
the mole is waiting there impatiently, trying to. Oh, are you still there? I can't quite see. It's quite bright up here.
I will go over to him and I will tell him that we are still in support of Her Majesty. May she ever remain covered. But we have to follow the lead with this noble, as he has connections as the envoy in this land. Stay in town for another day, indoors or underground, preferably at night, and we will contact him tomorrow if we need him. Is that fair?
Go ahead. And I know you hate it, but you seem to be interacting with the most. Roll me with charm, please.
Oh my god. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna use my new ability then, because I got my other thing. It's called Good Advice. When you offer an NPC about advice about a sticky situation, and I'm gonna say sticking in this town and helping us is a sticky situation, I can offer them the best advice I've got and roll with cunning. On a hit, they see the wisdom of my suggestion, or they have to mark an exhaustion. Or they have to mark an exhaustion or incorporate my advice into their plans.
Mm-hmm.
And then on a 7 to 9, it's I have to spill some secrets about my allegiance. And then on a miss, I'll anger them. So here we go. Let's hope it's some good advice.
You've got this. Hoot hoot.
9 on the dice, plus my cunning, 10, 11.
Let's go.
So exactly as I said, I was like, we're really in service of Her Majesty. May she ever remain covered. I'm from the Scarlet Hollow, Warren, the third Warren of, the North Ward. I tell them like my father to give like a little cred, my mother and like 4 cousins. And then I say, look, it's this really sticky situation. There's this eerie fog. There's evil people. Stand your ground. Stay in a house. But we will get back to you in a day. And if you don't hear from us, know that it's still in service of her, her mudliness.
He looks at you with the beady eyes. Wrong direction at first, and eventually gets his switches looking up and goes, all right, all right, that would work for the Grand Mistress of Mess, indeed. But if you are going with that creature of the Eyrie, would you be able to plant this evidence inside of his roost? And he pulls out a map.
I will take the map.
All right. You open it up and it looks like you can make sense that it's an underground tunnel map. It looks like a used map. Like it's not something that someone just drew up. Like it's one of a kind, almost like almost a historic relic. Because you go ahead and roll with, if you want, the faction of the Grand Duchy to see if you might know some information about this.
I also would I be able to add my search the records ability, which is when I examine a document, record, or sorted notes, roll with cunning, and on a hit, I discover evidence of this like secrets.
So yeah, so it would be both of them. So go ahead and roll one, then the other.
Okay, so what was the first one? That was 5 on the dice, plus what?
Your reputation with the Grand Duchy.
my reputation with the duchy. So, I have only 2 of them checked, but I don't have the +1 circled, so just a 0.
Okay.
So that's an 8.
An 8. Okay. I'm using a interpretation of the ask for a favor as well as this.
Okay.
Actually, it is actually a combination of both moves, but you'll see why as the fiction unfurls. An 8. This is the underground map of the Grand of Scarlet Hollow. This is there is an above city, but the real city is beneath, and this is a map of the entirety of the subterranean level of the Scarlet Hollow, and not just any. This is like the royal map that's been passed down for generations.
Okay, and so this says, do I roll again, or do I keep the 8 for the search the record?
Yeah, keep the 8 for search the record. As you're cutting,
so then that becomes a 10. So it says on a 10, you also on a hit, you discover evidence of their secrets. The GM will tell you who would pay for this information. And then on a 10 plus, you also take a 12 plus instead of rolling the next time you try and figure them out.
okay.
So I'll just do that right now and take that 12 plus on trying to figure them out. Why is he trying to I get to why is he trying to plant the evidence?
All right, so you get 3 questions. So
do you want all 3 now, or do you want to go through them one at a time?
No, we'll go one at a time. So
Okay.
you said why he wants to plant the evidence. So what is this character's intending to do?
Yes. What is your character intending to do? Yes.
You know that he is trying to frame the Irie, so that way, and they can start to take over this clearing, because right now it's between the Grand Duchy and the Irie, who have power. So by doing this, this can sully the name, and the denizens will probably sway to the Grand Duchy here.
Is the character really telling the truth?
And well, he hasn't really told you anything, but you get the sense
when he's like, plant this, take this and plant this, I get the feeling that this really is fake evidence. He's not double cross.
Yeah, he's not done. He's being very sincere. He wants you to, it's an illegal thing you're doing and you're causing espionage, but he wants you to do this.
And then how do I get your character to do reputational laundering for this deed? He gave me the evidence and I want to be recognized in the duchy as the one, in royal circles and in the right places, elevated because I did this deed. How do I get him to vouch for me as the person that did this? That's what I want to say.
I would say for him, I will tell you how to do it, but you already done it already. It's showing your loyalty and showing how much you care about it, which you've sort of done, or by doing this, you will know that he will be able to, he'll tell the queen. Well, he'll tell the queen
directly about me. Okay.
Yeah. Or the Grand Duchy.
Or the Grand Duchy. Yeah, that's what I meant. Okay, so I think the other one's what is your he already knows what does your character wish I do, which is take the thing in. So I feel that's fair.
Yeah.
And I will say, okay, I will take this paper, and I'm not gonna say that I'm 100% gonna. No, he believes I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna leave myself out.
Okay.
And then also, just while we're on topic, I have the counterfeit roguish feat. When we have iota of time, I will make a counterfeit copy, and I will keep the fake counterfeit copy and potentially leave the one he gave me there.
So good.
Okay. That's something you already could do.
Hey, look, I'm from there, and I plan to go back there. So for the mole, for Queen Mole, may ever she reign, covered.
Excellent. Oh, if you're successful, I'll make sure you have a personal meeting with the Mistress of Mud herself. Good luck, vagabonds, for the Grand Duchy. And goes and he gives you a salute opposite, pointing away from you, and then dives into the mud or the ground, burrowing away. And it just kind of easily like closes itself perfectly and looks like as if nothing was there, maybe like a little mound.
How considerate.
As expected for a royal tunneler.
But you have if you do choose to plant this and this happens, we'll see, but we have no idea what the birds want, and we could quickly get you to the roost in order to find out what quest they're looking for and for whatever you wish to do while you're there. So the path continues as you walk down the cobblestone road, passing this very tense town. There are still lanterns and all other sorts of celebration for the harvest around, though it is not in such a joyous mood like it was back at Candle Glade. But eventually, you come upon what looks to be a large tree. It looks like an oak, but the bottom of the oak has a door cut in on side, made out of the same material, though you can see all the details and etchings, and of course the metal door handle. There is a ladder that seems to go up into the brown orangish colored leaves, though they're still thick and create a sort of canopy so you can't see within. And at the very top, you can see what looks to be a makeshift house of straw, if you will, built. Looks very elegant. I mean, it looks like one big gust can probably knock it over, but brilliant nonetheless. What do you do? Do you climb up, go to the door, ring the doorbell, or something else?
I will politely ring the doorbell and admire the craftsmanship.
Reed, just real quick, is he expecting all of us or just you?
Of course, I made it very clear that we were a package deal.
Okay, just wanna, make sure, and if we're able to possibly, get him to refer to us as heroes, I think that could really just make things a little bit better,
I'm shooting for God Prince Divine personally, but hero would be good too.
Well, yes. I mean, I am totally here for you in that journey to be God Prince Divine. But, if there can only be one God Prince Divine, all of us can be heroes.
Excellent idea, Igora.
Perfect.
Perhaps Ollie could spin a tale about our heroic deeds, really be our wingman going into this.
If I'm overhearing this conversation, as I was fine-tuning my lute, I'm already working on the bridge.
All right. So you ring the doorbell, and it is an elegant, almost orchestral presentation of chimes that ring in harmony for, it seems to be a bit too long. You stand there waiting for this melody to end, as you hear from what looks to be a small, circular, like homophone-like wooden expenditure from the tree, a voice that goes, "Hello! Oh, it's about time. I was waiting for, what was it, 15 minutes? Oh, the audacity. You're lucky you have the prince with you. Hold on. I shall have you ground his transportation momentarily. Watch your step." And it cuts off. The door opens up, what reveals to be a small elevator that locks into place, waiting for you to enter inside. A pulley system bringing you up to the top of the tree.
Reed is just so enamored by getting the elevator treatment and not having to take the ladder. So, finally.
As you walk in, Reed, the door closes, leaving leaving the rest of you out. And,
Was it big enough for all of us to walk in?
Oh, yes.
Like knock.
Gloam? Gloam.
It begins to rise up, leaving the rest of you.
Gloam, help!
As it's just
Can I fly up?
Yeah, you could fly up.
I'm like,
Easily.
be right back.
I heard him say help, right?
Reed, yes. You heard him say, like, kind of say help, as it just the door, it's just going up in the elevator. The sound of like the chimes, like elevator music on the inside of this wooden masterpiece.
It's like a pulley system. I don't think I can disable a device, right? It's not an actual elevator.
You probably don't
right?
want to. What if it just falls
Falls,
down?
yeah, so
But you get the sense.
I'll take my tools out, like as if I was gonna do something, and then I was like, ooh.
You get the sense that you want to, like he's just bringing them up, and not giving you the courtesy. And then the ladder, kind of the screen or the scene shifts, pointing to the ladder that you can see that you can climb your way up.
Oh my god.
So, Gloam, okay, wait. So, sort of above table. Has anyone seen the movie El Dorado?
Yes, I love it.
Okay, so you know the little armadillo.
Mm-hmm.
Gloam, can you just like kick me up?
I could try, yeah. I'm not that mighty.
That is a roguish feat, which I believe is what is it?
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics, yes. You can do that, and if you don't have acrobatics, that's a
Test
luck.
fate.
Test that fate.
Yeah, I do not have acrobatics.
Nor
Trust some fate. Let's
I.
roll some luck.
Which I would say, let's have you both do it, and we'll see how badly you get hurt or you successfully do it.
Mm-hmm.
8.
Okay, okay.
Can I be helping her with my 6?
Aren't you the real trusting fate yourself?
I am.
Yeah, yes, you are. So we'll.
So that's a 6.
Mm-hmm. That's 6. Okay.
Can
so.
I help, maybe?
Oh, you are not even. Well, how would you? Yeah, you don't even see this happening because you're kind
I
of
don't
like
even see.
inside.
Okay,
Yeah.
no worries.
And Ollie just flew up. So, I would say Ollie can help if he wants to. As what you see is that you go ahead and kick and miss. Igor starts bouncing around, going far off into one of the other branches. In that moment, it looks like Agora will probably land safely because you rolled an 8, but will be way off target and stuck in a corner of the tree. But Ollie, you can quickly assist if you want, and see if.
And hold on one quick second. Just one of the quickest seconds. I also have. Sorry. Never mind. It's when I help my lovely Agora fulfill her nature, we both clear exhaustion. Not at +2. I apologize. I mean, I'm all down for helping, but would my help be able to give it a +2?
No. So I would add it to Gloam's, which is a 6.
Oh, then yes. Yes, I would help.
Okay, alrighty.
Yes, I will mark the exhaustion to help.
Okay, so Agora, you will be able to land at the top at the same time that Reed does through the elevator. Probably, actually, no, because you did well enough. I'm not going to say you burst through the straw. You'll probably just go through the window, which is not enough to destroy the entire house. So please narrate this scene for me, the three of you. Ending with Reed just opening up into the middle of this apartment, if you will, seeing all the chaos that are just about to ensue. I'll start off Gloam or Agora. You can start that off.
I mean, I sort of feel like it's the type of thing where it's like, you know, I'm sort of like dizzy, and I sort of picture it as like Reed walks out of the elevator with like
sort of like hands forward, and then all of a sudden Igora just like plops in your hands.
I will
love that.
actually mark a second point of exhaustion to choose one of the following, and I'll create an opportunity.
Okay, what kind of opportunity you want to create?
I think that instead of just landing in my hand, I'm going to, or like I guess in my talons, I'm going to use your momentum and launch you forward, so you kind of roll right before the door closes, if that makes sense. Like it's almost like we're all doing this in tandem, but I'm flying up so fast to try and stop it that when you roll up the ball, I'm tossing you in there. So it's almost like if at least you don't get, if the door already closed or if the drawbridge has gone up, then I'm tossing you through another hole so you can get inside unnoticed.
Oh, unnoticed? You want to have
Well,
a
that's the
Agora?
opportunity.
Oh, is that what you want? Oh no, I'm
Okay.
about it, but that'll be the plan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, at this
Still
point, I don't
landing in
care
my
about
hands
considering
then,
my help.
or
Okay.
are you rolling off?
I'm not quite
stealthily
sure.
into the corner?
Yeah, what? Because I thought.
Yeah, so Gore is getting up there, and Ollie got the opportunity to do something even more. So you can already see as you, like, let's say you knock Agora up and go there. But if you want to sneak into the house and have Agora not noticed, if you're doing some type of shenanigans, because of Ollie's added extra, you can add, instead of Agora just appearing and then Bertram seeing it, do you want Agora to not be seen at all and maybe
Like roll into the window.
yeah, and like
Like
do some
sneakily.
some
In
sneaking.
this
I don't
game, you have an extra option when you mark an extra point of exhaustion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm just saying that. Do you want to be Agora to not be noticed during this scene for whatever shenanigans you may have placed? That is the opportunity that he is saying that you can get.
Or whatever else you'd like to do in the fiction. I was letting you know that I'm giving you an opportunity.
Yeah.
So I think no, because I already talked to Reed about that. I mean, I could attempt to be sneaky. My general vibe is like a heavy armor trying to stealth.
I guess I'm sorry. Let me rephrase this. I wanted to give an opportunity for Agora to get there faster, to not miss anything that's crucial in the fiction. That's all. I don't care if she's sneaky or not. Let her
Okay.
do what she like.
Got
I
it.
just want to get her there.
Can I rewind? Because I think that was going to happen anyway. It's just that Reed got an elevator and we have to walk up a ladder, and then like the scene would continue. But I actually have a way to play off of your help, because you're supposed to be helping me anyway, because I had the 6 to get to a
Yeah.
7.
Yeah. So how do you
So
want to do it?
I was gonna say, if you're okay with it, like I was gonna like sort of jump up the ladder, and maybe because I'm a rabbit jumping up, I did it too hastily and it was like wobbling, and you stabilized the ladder or helped me in a way that I was able to jump in the window and be sneaky and plant the paper I was just given in his office.
Got it. Using the opportunity to plant the evidence, as you said, to sneak. Yeah,
And
that will also
then
work.
me dramatically flying through the window into Reed's paws
Oh, yeah, I
is
want to.
a distracting moment for our bird friend.
Love
so that
it.
way he can't see Gloam placing the map.
Right.
Oh, I love it. Let's build that fiction. I think that was fantastic. Ooh, good combo there. Turn to failure into triumph. I like it. I like it.
One thing I want to add to the fiction, because Reed was like, "Gloam, help!" Because I'm being catnapped as he's being pulled up. He's gonna be like, "Gloam, Ollie," because they're like the fast people that could probably get to him. And then Igor's just gonna land in his hands. Go, Igora.
Agora, as you come being after this array of teamwork and acrobatics, you fly through, bursting through the straw and wooden window, popping into the arm of Reed as standing there in this almost atrium-like circular room. There's a blue and red carpet below, mostly blue in the for the color of the ivory, and there are paintings of ivory royalty inside in statues. There's a small little bird bath that's supposed to be a fountain, and a statue of Bertram there, just showing his sheer arrogance as he turns around. Oh, I forgot you had friends. Barbarians coming through. Did you destroy my window of the ruse? Oh, my heaven. And then turns around and just starts to fiddle with it. Slipping through gloom, you make your way in there, and you're in this. You see a desk and a table where he keeps all his other belongings and things, and find a perfect spot to plant it.
And that I do.
Oh, he finishes fixing it as much as he can. Whew. Anyway,
I'll sort of like stand up like as if I was like on the ground, and then like stand up like as if I pick something up and try and like get next to Agora as sneakily as possible.
And Ollie, you land in there seeing this, probably witnessing the little subterfuge that your ally did before landing inside as well.
Good Sir Bertram, did you just call my friends barbarians?
You saw her. She may be tiny in stature, but it seems she's high and making a mess. I'm sorry. I did not mean to offend you, Prince.
No, I'm the one that's sorry. I seem to have misjudged you.
But what did you mean?
Well, I took you for a man of nobility and of proper elegance, but after the way you catnapped me so rudely and denied my compatriots the same leisure of being pulled up by the elevator, and to call them names, why, it's unforgivable. If my father was here, I'm glad he's not.
I didn't. How did you was supposed to help me. You didn't even hear my plan. Fine. You know what? I don't need you. I don't need any of you. You can leave if all you want. Or you can stay. I can forgive the transgressions. We can find some type of peace. And you can make up for what your people have done to mine.
No. I step forward next to Reed. I think Reed is correct. We can overlook your transgressions here on this day if you apologize and call us what we really are. The heroes of town we're in, Glade we're in, Briar Bridge. The heroes of Briar Bridge.
Roll me a trick and NPC.
I will do
cunning.
that. Yes, I can. Come on, Rose. Don't let me down. Not you. She let me down. That's a 5, 6, 7. She let me down. That was a 1 on her die.
That's
7
okay.
total.
7 is you can ask 1 and take 1. I'm sorry, I'm reading the wrong one. 7 is they will do 1, and I will choose. They do one the following. Which one would you like them to do? Because it's do what you want.
Oh, my choice. I would say. My outcome, I feel like it could be either they hesitate and confidence is shaken, or they stumble and you gain an opportunity. What I would desire in this moment is maybe the stumble and we gain an opportunity to sort of regain ownership of this situation, and like instead of him offer a prize, we get to set the stakes. You know what I mean? And sort of like set it up so like as Reed was. He twisted this whole situation with just that little twist. Like,
as in, because it sounds like you're just not going to go with his quest because you're like done what you want to do with that. Or are you still trying to pursue whatever he was asking you to do?
I don't think that we're done with the above board. I don't think that we're done with this quest. We just got here and didn't hear a single word from him. I just planting the evidence
at
was
hear the monologue.
What was great, planting the evidence was gravy. So that's why I want to be like, instead of him being like, I'll let the prince and you swines in, maybe he'll sort of take it down a notch is what I'm hoping. You know what I mean? He'll sort of humble pie a minute and
He'll realize the potential error of his ways. Not the error of his ways, the potential error.
Okay, noted. All right, I totally understand. So yes, all right. He looks at you and looks at all of you. Fine. Well then if you do good, then I do good, don't I? With the people. Fine. You will be known as the heroes of this town if you are able to successfully complete this task. And it has to do with something most dire. It has to do with dark magic afoot. My spies and birds from above have witnessed the coming of something dark and terrible from the south. And the fog carrying with it something, a murder most foul. We need to put a stop to it, but I need to make sure that the Grand Duchy are seen as the ones who caused it. So, if you will go on a mission for me.
Do you have some sort of records?
What do you mean by records?
Like this request from the Eerie Lords. So we know that you're true and you're not misrepresenting them.
Oh.
Because you're asking us to cause subterfuge between parties and factions.
Well, of course, and he pulls out a document, and it is the actual Irie decree. It's like as a mission for him. It says if you choose to accept it, and you must to defame the Grand Duchy and stop this oncoming assault.
I'm like, bing, 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 bing. My eyes are like looking at Agora, looking at the document, looking at Ollie, looking at the document, looking at Reed, looking at the document. Like,
and he keeps it, then he slips it back into his person. So, there's a place where I need you to go. And then two tasks. One that I believe with that will put a stop to this fog from hitting our town, and another that will incriminate, you can say, the Grand Duchy. Please report here before the last light, and hands you over a piece of paper with a address that's at the corner of town. Do we have an accord?
Can you tell us more about this first task that we are going to undertake?
When you arrive, I have good to know that it is at that time when the sun gives its last light is when the fog will appear after a howl from the waters to the west. Luckily, we Irie were the originators of this woodland and have ancient powers, more farther than you can ever imagine. They have been lost, but I have been given this, and pulls out a talisman. It's just like the picture of a phoenix on it. This will help you light the way and put a stop to it. At least keep it from getting here. I don't care where it goes afterwards. And once that is over, I happen to have some special one-of-a-kind, and pulls out a vial of dirt, from the Grand Duchy themselves. This is seen and a little hole is dug. That's all that's needed. These denizens are idiots and will believe anything. That should be enough force to convince them to turn. And this clearing could finally belong to where it originated from. The Irie. So as I said before, do we have an accord?
I want that talisman.
I suppose we could help you. If you're prepared to pay our fee.
What fee?
Oh, you know how this works. We're vagabonds.
Sorry.
Name your demands.
That talisman will do to start.
Oh, this is an heirloom. No, I can only give it to you at the proper time. Trust me, once you make your way there, you will have the talisman, and then you will return it.
Of course.
I will only entrust it to a fellow feathered and hands it over to Ali. This is from the dynasty itself. You have a right. It is your duty to return it. You understand?
Yes, of course. I pull back my cloak and I keep it nice and safe. Of course I'll keep this thing safe.
Fine. And that is your full trick and NPC as you gain that opportunity. Quite the opportunity against it. Because they stumble, and that was a big stumble on his part in trusting your vagabonds with this.
A huge lead for us.
Now go, I have feather cleaning to do. Actually, no, not who. You're who. He's just like and dust off to the other side. Right? That's what Roadrunners make, right? That's what Looney Tunes told me.
He's standing off the cliff, but he hasn't noticed yet, so he's fine.
We're taking the elevator as we walk to the platform.
It can easily fit all of you, and a button will raise you down. Oh, raise you down. It will lower you down.
You raise me down.
As we are leaving, can I pickpocket something with my roguish feet to get back a depletion?
Oh, sir. Oh, yeah, you totally can. Go ahead and roll with cunning, please.
Come on, Rose, don't you fuck me again. Oh, yes, that's a 10.
Very nice. What do you pickpocket?
So he has, like ornamental feathers that have been like sort of, you know, been jeweled and bedazzled, and like he only can grow like one a year, and it's like his like, you know, special thing. And I take like, you know, 2 or 3 of them from his like stack of 12. Some of his like bejeweled feathers. He won't notice if a few are missing.
All right. Yeah. So you can go ahead and mark clear that depletion, indeed.
Galom, do you feel like you have received justice from being wronged by a powerful, wealthy, or high status individual?
I do now. Yes, I do. And that would fulfill my drive, my justice drive. And my second drive of clean paws, I get to advance when I accomplish an illicit crime and maintaining a veneer of innocence. And I feel as we are going down,
I do that too.
As we are going down the elevator with trinkets in hands, I feel as if that was clean pawed.
So, you know, because I feel like the whole getting you justice was my idea, if you feel justified.
100%.
How about you,
Yes.
Reed? Do you have a drive that we can squeeze it in?
You know, I was thinking about it. I don't think I do in this case.
Damn.
I'm sure
I
something
mean-
will pop up.
I mean, I have a drive of crime, but I wasn't exactly involved with the pickpocketing. So that's okay.
All right. So, you all are lowered to the bottom of the tree, and as the trunk opens up, you are met with the town, and it's still afternoon, so you are to meet at the eastern corner of the town, where they have predicted that the fog will roll in from their spies from up above. Or if there's anything else you wish to do, just let me know. But or if you want to go to another clearing for any reason, those are your choices at this point.
I just want to have a powwow with the team, make sure we're all on the same page. Personally, I am disappointed in both the dynasty and the Duchess and how they have forgotten and put second the needs of the denizens. And
Hear,
I
hear.
say we fuck them both over.
Agreed. Agreed.
I mean, I generally agree. The denizens are really fantastic people. They're on my side. But, like, we stand to, like, make it really big with the duchy.
Bloom, I thought you were a champion of truth.
Oh, you're so right. I'm 100% with you now. You're right. I must honor history and write it as it is written and not choose the path, but merely record it. For the people, it's for the best of this world.
If venturing with my folks taught me anything, it's that honest work is always rewarded.
Your parents raised you well, young one. Hoot.
All right. So, where is the next location you would like to go? Going to the eastern quadrant you've already planted the evidence. And we'll see what happens with that after the evening. But there's also this Irie quest that you can go on. Are you actually going to go, or are you doing something else?
They said the talisman we could use to defeat the pumpkin, correct?
To keep the pumpkin away, yes. We'll stop the pumpkin from entering this icon, and then it would continue.
I see. And what about that reed that we picked up? That flute-type instrument? Ollie, do you still have that?
But of course. On my other side of my cloak, I pull up the reed.
Does this ring any bells to me, or is this something I can examine?
Ooh. I would say... You can... As you go ahead and look at it, this is how I could do. You get a strange sense of nostalgia at looking at this. It's a reed, but it's been like hollowed out and like casted and to make it thicker and harder, so it's not something that's so as flimsy. And there are holes onto it. And then you look, and you continue to look at it, and you remember the sounds of a flute being played, your mother humming and laughter, and your father smiling as Bartholomew playing on a reed that he made, humming tunes that put a smile on the family's faces just for that one moment.
I can't believe he kept it.
kept what?
We're right. What are you talking about?
This reed, it was, it used to be mine. It was given to me and crafted by Bartholomew as a gift, and they used to play it for me all the time by the river, and I can't believe he kept it. But what's more important, he's kept it in his undeath. He kept it. He still retains some sentimentality, some sense of himself. He's not fully gone. Igora, he's not gone.
Then what happened? What there must be a piece that we're missing, because who we saw next to the pumpkin, it wasn't him. Not, I mean, physically, but it wasn't him.
I don't fully understand what's going on, but I feel like a part of Bartholomew is still with us. And I think we might be able to save him yet.
I mean, if we save him, then the pumpkin is probably null and void at that point.
This is starting to sound like the stuff of legends. Feels like a song you would sing, Ollie.
I'm almost finished, by the way. I'm excited.
We're all dying to see how this one ends.
Not literally, though.
Yeah, let's maybe not die.
Right. I don't know. This has never been recorded in history, so I hope I'm around to see the undoing of this undeath, but let's not do anything crazy. I would hate to lose you. You become such a good friend. And this pumpkin is very real. We all saw him yesterday.
Yes, I take back everything I said about joking about that. That was on me. Very real.
All right. So,
I think we're going to head to that spot that was on the note.
all right. And newfound camaraderie, or your camaraderie even strengthened, you clutch on to the talisman, onto this memorabilia of time once past, and continue to make your way as the sun begins to set and an orange glow covers the sky. And even then, as the last freckles of light, and you notice that all the denizens and the people of the city are locking their doors, lighting up all their lanterns, that a white, thick fog begins to descend upon the land. A familiar sound can be heard echoing throughout the black trees from beyond. The fog begins to grow even thicker, now covering up about 10 or 15 feet in the sky. Yellow eyes start to emanate between it, casting a light, becoming brighter and brighter as many more eyes appear. 5, double to 10, double to 20. 50 sets of eyes of yellow and black appear within the fog as it draws closer and closer to the city. It goes down the ravine and back up, but the eyes continue to float across as strange shaped bodies of undead woodland creatures of all sorts of time, from hundreds of years ago to just a few days ago. All of them expired, make their way, stepping upon the edge once again, walking towards the corner of town where you all can see. The fog reaches the city first, extinguishing all flames one by one, allowing it to push further, until finally you see it. A crown of flames. A pumpkin-shaped head with eyes of hellfire emanating. A black figure with a scythe dragging onto the ground as you stand just mere yards away from the pumpkin. You owe your tithe. Either in generosity or your soul. It hurts. I wanted to stop. And it will. As Bartholomew is seen talking with the pumpkin, as the undead are slowly making their way to take over this town. What did the four of you do?
I just takes out the little phoenix amulet out of his pocket, out of the cloak. What's the grand plan?
We improvise.
I mean, Reed, he's your friend, so.
Damn. We just see in the background. Cold-blooded.
Reed will pull out the reed and will do their best to play it.
Okay.
I'm going for like a dirge, like a funeral vibe, something soft.
All right. So, taking out Talisman, playing Reed. Gloam, what are you doing?
He said again that it must be a tithe must be paid. And he what word did he say? He said not respect. He said he needed something else.
Generosity.
Generosity. So the way that Gloam interprets this generosity from his book, or in his mind, in his book, is to write about him and to write the story of what is happening and what is as it's captured. So I'll open up and go to a new chapter in my journal, and I will pull out the Pen of Sorrows. And you all zoom in, and it says, "I write sins, not tragedies," engraved in it. And and I will start to, in vivid detail, write about the scene, write about the lore, write about what is happening in my notebook. And when I'm done, I will offer this story to him as a form of generosity. Okay. But in the moment, he could interpret this as effort in the in that deed.
Okay. And how about you, Igora? I would say even you notice that a look of fear, disdain, hatred is shot at you, not only from the pumpkin, but from Reed himself. I'm sorry, not Reed, but from Bartholomew himself.
I was like, I thought Reed forgave me.
Bartholomew.
I feel like the mentioning about like the soul, like Igora made a big mistake and she knows that she needs to pay for the mistake that she made. See Reese shaking his head. But I feel like she is willing to like sacrifice her soul. She knows like this is she feels that it is her fault. I don't think that she's immediately just going to walk up and be like, here's my soul, bitch. But I think that is sort of what she is internally like thinking about coming to terms with, and sort of like if all else seems to fail, that she is willing to make that sacrifice.
All right. So, as Ollie holds up the talisman, immediately the fog is pushed back, boom, as if hitting a wall, an invisible wall, and the zombified denizens stop moving for a moment and are paralyzed in place. You feel, because of your avian nature, the phoenix pulling its energy from you.
Mm-hmm.
And Ollie will have to take an exhaustion as he is using his like Aryan Irie magic.
Sorry. Oh no.
Rewind. Sorry,
Not
rewind
that
that.
territory.
Yeah.
It's avian.
His avian Irie. I mean Irie-ish.
I'm sorry, my camera's also on the fritz.
We
I
can
was trying
still
to be
hear you.
cute and zoom in. I broke my camera.
I thought you were gonna costume change.
No, there's no costume change for this.
I was expecting a red phoenix wig.
No.
Just full face
It's
of
my
makeup.
camera shit in the bed. But I will definitely mark that point of exhaustion, my love.
Okay. As you are feeling the pull and it's keeping it at bay, immediately the pumpkin goes, no, the light of the phoenix. No, the tide must be paid. And as that, keep going.
I said no.
He looks on over, and at this moment, you start to write Gloam this story and walk up to him with it. Please mark a depletion. As
Will do.
he grabs the papers in there, and the fog recedes. Not enough. And it's at this moment, Igora.
It's just the first draft.
It's at this moment, Igora, that he pulls you to him. Not, the pumpkin pulls you to his face, and you kind of float up and are just looking eye to eye with this red pumpkin flames and the heat emanating from it. You would pay generosity for your selfish transgressions from this one? It hurts. I can't be here anymore. Let me die. As he points you to Bartholomew. And we'll get to right with Reed in one moment because I'm curious. Go ahead and mark an exhaust. Actually, do you? So, and you say you want to willfully give yourself up. Go ahead and mark 2 harm, please. As your soul is being pulled into Bartholomew and he's starting to solidify and break apart. Think like from Beetlejuice when they made the 2 ghost parents, the 2 ghosts come to life and they were falling apart. That's what's happening to him. Yes. You begin playing. Reed, I'm gonna need you to roll. Let's see. Do we have an appropriate roguish feat for you playing this? No. I'm gonna say this is going to be a luck roll. You're gonna test your luck as you're putting on a performance to see if you can play this and remind Bartholomew of who he is.
Is this before or after Igora started to get her soul sucked? Because I feel like once that happens, Reed is probably going to stop playing.
Oh, I would say it's happening right.
Play.
Please do. I'm so bad at this.
I actually have a move called All Eyes on Me. When you create a distraction through outlandish performance, mark exhaustion and roll with charm. On a hit, the room can't look away. Your allies take +1 ongoing to sneak, hide, pickpocket, or trust fate while you perform.
Trust fate.
Can I do that?
Yeah. Ooh, I love that.
Fine-tuning this harp all session.
So how about you get a plus of trust fate, and well, unless you want to stop, because if you're trying to remind Bartholomew who he is, that which would be, you get a sense of that's what signified from the reed flute. You can play with Ollie and get a +1 to this trust fate.
I feel like up until now, Reed has been kind of, like hoping and trying to get Bartholomew back. But in seeing that Igora is going so far as to sacrifice herself, like total tone change. Like Reed thrusts the flute onto Ollie, and he's gonna run up and try to give Igora a hug and kind of pull her back.
Ooh. Oh, got your nose. No, I'm just kidding. All right. So you were thrusted this flute-like object, Ollie, as I would say then. All right. Go ahead and roll me like a. Do you have acrobatics for one of your roguish feat?
I might. I don't.
All right, so you can roll with fate, but you can still get the plus that you from Ollie with this as you're trying to pull back.
Well, did you want me to roll first, hon?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Go ahead.
All right. Let me see. All right. That's a 5 and a 2. That's a 7.
Okay.
Plus my charm. That's 3. That's 10.
Nice.
So I will actually go as far, because on a 10 plus, hold 1. Spend that hold to grant an ally a +3 for one of the aforementioned rolls instead. So if you're going to have Reed, go ahead and make that trust fate. He can do it with a +3.
Is that on top of my luck bonus, or is
that's
there a
on
max?
top of your +1 ongoing to trust fate? Correct. So +4 altogether.
Well, I have a +3 to luck.
Well, damn.
But then you have a plus math someone 10 3 it's 4 7.
I think 7. Is there a max to the modifier on the roll?
No, there's no max.
In some games there are, in some games there aren't.
Not in this one. Only to your actual stat. And if I'm wrong, that's fine. But I'm pretty sure it's just to the stat itself. So you
Yeah.
can go
Hey, no
ahead.
one look it up. I like it.
Yeah,
And
it's
it's
Let's go with
2-shot
that.
plus 6.
It's a 2-shot. Let's go.
And it's
Yeah.
2-shot plus 6, bitches.
I legit rolled 2 6s. Legit rolled 2 6s.
You just get a 16.
It would be an 18, we said.
Oh damn.
18.
My mind caps at +4 always. Wow. Damn. That's good shit, boo.
Okay, I would love to. This is going to be our epic conclusion because we have the read being played so perfectly because you rolled that 10, all eyes on you. We have this, because I was going to keep making you lose some exhaustion, girl, but we getting harmed, girl, and you probably would have got knocked out, but oof. And I will love to hear how we narrate. I'll paint the scene this way. So, as Agora is she's taking 2 harm. So she's taking damage as you see Bartholomew falling apart finally, like becoming solid and dying. But the pumpkin drawing the energy through the ultimate act of generosity. Running in and also taking, let's say, damage as your soul is being pulled as well. Reed, you are like what is the Guardians of the Galaxy when they all were holding hands at the same time and sharing that load, holding on to Agora in this, as we will hear like the scene change. Ollie playing this majestic tune, as continue to write this down and appease the what's his name, the pumpkin himself. Gloam, you have already figured out that what it means to be generosity and to give for generosity. How do we want to paint what all of you are doing to put a stop to the pumpkin and Bartholomew? Who wants to start off with what they're doing first and what their character is going through first?
I'll go first since I feel like I have the least connection in this moment, so I'll sort of set the tone. And on the night of the full moon, this tithe will be paid, and this party has chosen with heart. Chaos will not reign as generosity spills forth. The devil has its due, and in its name, I say generosity. And I'm sort of narrating the last little bits of the quick short story I'm writing, and I'll say, in this day, in the name of, the mole queen, may ever she be covered, the story of the pumpkins risen on the 777th day of this year. He shall slumber once again. And I hold up the paper, and this is the final copy I dedicate in your name. And I offer it into the flames or to the energy.
Love it. And
I would like to go next. Things I have the second least amount of stake in this character storyline as far as our lovely Bartholomew. I think we're just gonna hear in the background, Ollie is playing this almost hauntingly elegant and longing version of what sounds like "I Will Remember You" in the background. That's my contribution to the scene, and I'm playing the shit out of that song.
Will you remember me?
that one?
On a flute, yeah.
I didn't know what song it was, and I'm like, oh, that song.
That one.
I can't remember anything else other than that.
That's the one.
Lovely. And
I think I could go next. So Reed is going to be trudging through the fog and the like force that's surrounding the pumpkin right now, and like he's really struggling against his soul getting pulled out of him too, as he's like walking forward towards Igora, and he's calling out Igora, Igora, but it's like very faint because of the like winds that are whipping around, and Ollie's song breaks through that as I reach Igora, and I like comfortingly like put my arms around her, and I tell her, I can't lose you too. I forgive you. We need to go home now. We need to end this.
And in response, I feel like, there's tears welling in her eyes. And she's like, she looks at you and says, "This is my mistake to fix, not yours. It's mine."
Oh, come on, Igora. Don't be like that. You're always fixing my mistakes. I could at least fix one of yours, or at least help out. Do you remember the move that my parents taught you, that we worked on?
Yeah.
I think we need to end this.
And lip trembling, looks at you and sort of like takes one of her hands and goes to hold yours and just gives like a quick nod.
And I imagine that in the past I've assisted you with this move. So
Mhm.
I'm like bracing you, and I'm like giving you like a steady back to like springboard off of.
So what she does is she like has, sort of like these armored plates that are around her back. And I sort of picture like Final Fantasy X, the jet shot, where it's like the pew, 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 like bouncing the blitz ball off of all these things. And as the blitz ball is spinning, you see this extra gleam as like what looks like almost axe blades come out of her like armored carapace, and she's just like a spinning ball of blades. And Reed gives the final kick.
And who are you hitting? The pumpkin, Bartholomew, both?
I would say I aimed you at
So
Bartholomew. Like
okay.
you weren't like, I feel like it's something you probably yourself are very hesitant to do, but I'm helping you, and we're doing this together. This isn't something you're being made to do alone.
Yeah.
If that's cool with you.
Yep, that's cool with me.
Okay.
All right. The shot bounces, moves up, twists, turns as the last kick goes towards Bartholomew. And you notice the eyes of the pumpkin follow Igora as Bartholomew is hit directly in the chest. And a hole is left as you skid Igora all the way to the edge with a large zombified woodland creature looking down, frozen. at you, but still looking down, breathing slowly. The song ends as the phoenix pendant finally wears off, and you are exhausted from both of the things you were doing, Ollie, channeling that energy and playing this tune. As the zombies start moving in, and the fog hits again, but they still remain frozen. The pumpkin turns and looks at all of you, looks at Bartholomew. Never have I seen in the millennia a tithe paid in full so greatly that my cuppeth filleth over. You have shown true generosity in this time of giving. Thoughtfulness when the factions fight and quarrel when they once were one. Perhaps there is still hope for this woodland yet. Don't you agree, Bartholomew? And Bartholomew stands there with a hole in his chest and looks up at all of you, focusing on Igora and then Reed. I am sorry. Your parents would be so proud of you. And I forgive you, Igora. I am at peace. And the fog give way, and all of the undead creatures poof away and reveal themselves to be the denizens that have been spirited away. Confused. What? And all that leaves is the pumpkin, who poofs away again and reveals himself to be a familiar chthonic, which was the word I was looking for earlier, chthonic dressed otter who smiles. And may you all remember, be kind and spread love, or the pumpkin will return. And the pumpkin disappears. And you have successfully ended the doom of the denizens as the sun rises yet again. A bright morning. And you have successfully defeated or saved the woodlands from the pumpkin. Congratulations!
Yay!
Oh my goodness. That was
Woo,
intense.
we did it.
Yeah, I went back to school special on after school special on you guys there. So some quick epilogue things that happen. We'll speed through. You successfully plant the seed, and there is a magical beacon from the Grand Gutchet that incriminates the Iries. The Irie are gone. They will even lose their roosts in the upper corner as they have been accused of breaking treaties and all sorts of rules after this item was discovered. And you are brought to a audience with the Queen of Mud herself. A parade is put on for all of you that travels through all of the clearings, ending in Candleglade, where the final actual harvest is. As the mayor gives you a nod, there are statues of you all placed. We have a statue placed right in the middle of Reed's parents. It has him there as well as the prince who was promised to save the day. Those of you from Scarlet Hollow are honorary emissaries of the Grand Duchy, and with everyone having the highest faction points in the denizens, all of those clearings that have been contested have gone to the denizens. and they lived happily ever after. The
Yay!
end.
Yay!
Incredible. What a good
No.
game.
So
I
that
couldn't see
is-
what you drew. Were you showing us anything?
Oh, no, I just have my old little. That's my old little.
Oh, your cute drawing, yes.
Yeah.
So
Amazing
cute.
drawing.
Hell
So-
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how cameras work. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's okay.
No worries. Well, what an awesome session, everyone. Thank you, everyone out there, for watching. Thank you guys for sticking to it. I know it's a little bit past time we did, but we were able to have such a great climactic ending. Before we go, I just want to thank everyone yet again who came for watching. We have raised so much for the Trevor Project. Thank you so much. And thank you
Truly.
to those of you who subscribe. We have a new subscriber. Thank you, Gnarly Knight, for the subscription. And once again, I just want to reintroduce this amazing cast who are here. Tell us your who you are, your socials, anything you find, any final words you want to say about your characters before we sign off. Let's take it to you first, my little glome, Travis.
I'm Travis, otherwise known as Zendaric. You can always catch me here at A Tale of D20s. I'm the Tailweaver's partner in crime here. You can find me at OMG It's Travi on socials. And I loved playing Gloam. I love being my historian, my little truth teller. I was thinking, you know, what Reed said a little bit, like record the truth, which is absolute. But then, I don't know, a little bit of Victor's or histories written by the Victor sort of popped into my mind. So we pushed that Dirt Queen a little bit up, and I'm glad I got that shout out and audience with her, you know, her mudliness may ever should be covered. So
Oh my God.
I was happy for that. Thanks. And it was a great session playing with everyone. Stars to you all. Thanks, Omar, for running it. It was fantastic. I've played with all of you before, so I could go on and on about every single aspect of this game and how much fun we have together. It's always such a pleasure. And I'll just say, I know this wasn't our first and won't be our last. So I look forward to more playing and more shenanigans with the crazy characters we create.
Hell yeah.
Awesome. And then, of course, his catliness himself, our Reed, Jeff.
Hello. Yes, I've been Jeff, your God Prince Divine. You can find me here. I don't have any socials, but I pop in the Tale of D20 servers right around this time every month to play games with amazing cast members like all of you. Truly such an honor and such a great experience to get to play with all of you. I love the role play. I love the chemistry. There aren't enough stars in the sky to give to all of you. So thank you so much for making my night. I always look forward to Magpie Madness when Omar puts it on. So then this is why, because I get to play with all these great
so
people.
cute.
So, thank you.
Of course, and it's a pleasure having you. And let's not stop at Magpie Madness. We are Tale of D20's back, and we're going to be doing so much more things in the future. So we'll love to have you on future shows that we do in November, December, and so on and so forth. But thank you again. And then, of course, you know her as the strong champion at a small stature, but with a big heart of our. What is the crustacean cephalopod duck isopod? I'm gonna shut up, Erica.
What creature are you describing?
I think he was trying to describe me.
Okay.
I am mystical. I am magical. I cannot be described. No. Yeah, I'm Erica. I am the dice maker behind Mercury Dice. You can find me on Instagram at Mercury Dice or on mercurydice.com. But I mean, I sort of am stuck in a forever GM role in my personal life. So it's always fun when I get to really get the chance to be the player and be able to have the opportunity to like really do the role playing and really like forming those relationships. And I feel like
like A Tale of D20s is always a safe place to do that, and there's such wonderful people to play with, and I feel like I've just like made some really great friends in the years that I've been here, and I cannot wait for it to continue.
Well, thank you so much. You know, we love you here, and all our games online and offline are fantastic. So can't wait for the next one that we get to play together with you. And last but certainly not least, LM, you are the master of games, the master of Ollie, the owl, and all your little hootiness. Once again, I appreciate you joining us for this and concluding the story and all the other things you do for us. But any final words and things you'd like to say about yourself and Ollie?
Yeah, no, this has been an absolute blast. Thank you all for tuning in. I also am in a bit of a predicament where I am forever GMing, so whenever I get these rare opportunities to be a player, I will absolutely take every single last one of them. Thank all of you. It's not been my first game with all of you. It has been an absolute blast. I look forward again to another awesome session out there in the future. Please keep your eyes peeled for some other awesome Magpie Madness games coming out this month, and please keep donating. It's to a phenomenal cause. And even after Magpie Madness comes and goes, we will still have awesome games. And I also run games over at Magpie Games. So redundant. You can find me over at magpiegames.com/pages/Louis-Miguel. And I am looking forward to seeing you all again very soon.
Thank you so much.
Also,
And
Ollie is going to be forever immortalized in statue and song. So Ollie will live on. Thank you.
I love Ollie. I love having a pop star in there. And thank you so much, LM. You brought such life to the campaign, to the Sue shot and the character. So I enjoy this. What a great ending for everyone. And of course, you can catch me here at A Tale D20s at www.tailed20.com or at A Tale D20s on all the socials, or me specifically at Tailweaver Omar, as well as on magpiegames.com/pages/Omar for my CPP games. Well, with that being said, it is time for many of us to get to bed, hit the hay, and we are at over 475 now. Fantastic. Thank you so much, those who donated. We are like halfway to our goal. My goodness, this is amazing. Thank you, everyone, for your donations and coming by. It means a lot to us. So with that being said, from the first chapter to the last page, be kind to one another, spread love, and we will see you all next time. Bye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Cue the outro.